Hardcore Lies.
Hey guys, Rob and Georgia here with you, aka VHS82 apostrophe. This is one of those videos where we just got to talk body bags for a little bit. So I don't know how long this video will be. So be patient, and you can't plan for these things. You can't, I probably won't articulate perfectly exactly. Well, maybe I can. I don't know how I feel about the subject of this video. And that is, of course, unfortunately, the week that is about to spring upon us, this third week into December, will be the final week of Body Bags in terms of a regular video review, at least Monday through Friday, as it has been. Those of you who have followed us for a very, 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 very long time know that we've been around. Body Bags as a channel has been around. We will conclude with week 582. That should say something. It's been around 11 years. You got to go back to September 2nd, 2013. DJ Boy 3275 unleashed the very first Body Bags review of Spider Baby. And that, of course, was that first week was a black and white week one of Body Bags. Him leading off, and then followed by Double Shot, and then Fright Chick, Tattoo Dorman, Clive Craven, and concluded by Moods. And that really began, I think, Tattoo Dorman was actually had 2 reviews that week. And you saw things like Spider Baby, Plan 9 from Outer Space, Freaks, Buddy Game, Night of the Living Dead, a Wisconsin Dead Trip, and Violent Midnight from 63 Moods. Moods' first Body Bags. Body Bags as a channel was established August 28th, 2013, so 11 years. It's gone through a lot of transformation, a lot of reviewers, and for much of its time, with the exception of sub-ins from here and there, and the occasional lost this reviewer, lost that reviewer, and it sort of plugged things along until we got full 7 again, and then that went along for much of the 7 years or 11 years. And then if you remember, those of you who've been around for a while, our current reviewership hit that moment where we had to drop from 7 to 5 as a result of having lost 2 reviewers. And really, we were already at that point where, well, a couple things. We had 5 solid reviewers, so easily Monday through Friday. We decided, the weekends could be a perfect opportunity to just drop things. Now, that didn't work out the way it was originally thought to work. But what it did do is it created out of that thought process our collaboration videos, which episode 9 is going to be unleashed Christmas Day. A top 5 roundtable discussion of what we consider our greatest personal greatest films. Now, technically it's a top 10, but we rushed through the upper 5 rather quickly as a honorable mentions, and then spend most of our time on the number 5 down. And so that's Christmas Day. And so, as I say, Body Bags, in terms of its traditional understanding of Body Bags, is coming to an end. We like to think that our collaborative videos will continue now without any real consistency in terms of a collaborative video is going to drop every 3rd week into every month, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to be like that. Just recently, we hit that point, and we knew it was coming. I mean, when we dropped from 7 to 5, we just, at that point even, we just didn't have it within us, me and James especially, to really hunker down and try to fill out those 2 days. And just recently, not 1, but 2 three really of us just decided, and it really began as one, which led into another, which led into another, doesn't matter who. But we're going to be down to, in effect, two reviewers, which not even, because even the other one decided, and I think we all just saw that this is the moment. The writing was on the wall. And really, 11 years. And you ought to know, too, I have letterboxed every single review the entire 11 years. At this point, really there's roughly, 3,700 videos have been done. And they've all been archived in Letterbox. And as long as you know Letterbox and know how to put the notes on, you got links to every review ever done. It's kind of hard to search up specific reviews. YouTube just is weird like that. But a few years back, during one of my Christmas breaks, it was just something I really wanted to do. And Glenn, our Monday reviewer, was a huge help in that, because there are blank spaces in YouTube in terms of where things are in some, YouTube just isn't perfect, right? It's not meant to categorize things perfectly for you. But with some help, a lot of help from Glenn, I was able to somehow match up every single week, every single review. And to the best of our abilities, my ability, you really do have a complete archive, and we'll have a complete archive. As of December 12th, will be in effect the last normalized review. Lonnie will have the privilege of throwing up the last review for BodyBags. So that's an honorable thing for him. Of course, it's hard to know of us who's been around the longest. I mean, of course, Sam is the newest member, but probably me, James, and Glenn represent really what's left. Lonnie isn't that far behind. He's been around for a long while. And really, it's just to that point, James and I both, our kids are getting to that point where they demand more and more and more time. And I think we've done, over the course of our tenure, done pretty good being consistent. And some of us, I mean, we've really gone, if you really know BodyBags, I think the accepted number of reviews was 150, and you're done, and you let someone else come in. And that was back when, BodyBags was like a machine, and just, I mean, it was rolling. And so when somebody hit at 150, I mean, I remember when, Derek left at 150 and he reviewed Shin Godzilla, which in effect has inspired me in my choice for my last final review, which will be -1. And that really is to honor Derek, and I'll get more into that in my review that week. But a lot should be said. Now, not only Letterboxd archive, but on the channel itself, on the BodyBags channel, I did some time back put together a video just honoring the history of BodyBags, and so that's there as well. Just trying to find notes. Currently, of course, Glenn heads up our Monday, and James Tuesday, Wednesday, Sam Thursday, Lonnie Friday. I don't really think there's much more in my notes, other than a few personal thoughts. BodyBags, when I first came aboard BodyBags, that was 6 years ago, November 14, 2018. This was my very first review ever, The Thing from Another World, 1951. I had been asked before to come aboard. Derek had asked me, and I just politely said no. I wasn't ready for that. I think I had a lot of stuff in my life going on at that point. But when James hit me up, I just had hip surgery, so I was off for a little bit, and it just seemed like the right moment and the right time. And so I accepted it. This became my very first review ever, and I should have wrote it down. I'm sure I'll mention it on my last review, but I'm going to be hitting 300 and some reviews. I can't remember the exact number, but it's it's been a trip, man. BodyBags for me personally has been a trip. It's led to a lot of other opportunities, things that I've been part of, and things I've done, people I've met over time. Of course, the 22 shots, moods and horror goes without saying. God, you got to go all the way back to the days when I would call in. You remember when you could call in and leave a voicemail on the 22 shots? That was sort of my first real break into wanting, and still do, of course, be part of a community. Horror films. I love horror, and I want to be part of that community. I've never have not wanted to be part of that community, and that led to some really great memories with the 22 shots, and they were really the backbone of the early BodyBags and the growth of BodyBags, and that eventually over time changed hands from one to another to another. But it was through that, and but really the 22 Shots, Moods and Horror podcast, Facebook page, just a lot of good memories. A lot of good memories. A lot of really good memories. But I used to call, leave voicemail. I used to love that, and that was fun. That was fun. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. BodyBags, 11-year run. I remember somebody said to me, of the original crew, had said to me one time, sometime back, dang, I didn't even realize it was still going. Like, yeah, it hasn't gone anywhere. It got to a point where, that 150 mark came and went for the core of us. And, and for obvious reasons, we just decided to ignore the precedent and just stay on. And so, the core of us have gone way over that precedent, way over. And I think I can speak for many of them. Much of our built-up experience over the years of reviewing films has come as a result of BodyBags. And so there is a lot to tip our hats to in terms of the history. And this channel really, it's not going anywhere in the sense that the channel's still there. You're just not going to see videos dropped anymore, regular review, BodyBags reviews anymore. I don't know what the collaborative videos look like exactly, but I know episode 9 drops on Christmas Day, and I think we've already got an idea for a possible episode 10. But this channel wasn't going to last forever, I guess, ultimately, but it means an awful lot to me, and it really. It's just built up a lot of good memories over the years. And I wish I could say some of the relationships that I had built up initially over some of that time were still as vibrant today, or still, as relevant today as they used to be at one point. Not sure exactly how all of that happened without just getting into all of that, but I don't know. I'll always have a special a place in my heart for BodyBags, and just for the years of it, and for 22 Shots and Moods and Horror, and my relationships too. End on this note, I guess, with James, and who was the one who invited me in, and of course Glenn, and that alone represents a long relationship. Really good one. And Lonnie, of course, and and Lonnie sort of represents that, a mistake we had made early on, where we allowed him to do way too many sub-ins, and as a result, like anyone would, he got tired out and burned out, and so we lost Lonnie for a while, and but I was very thankful when he decided, after some time off, he decided to come back. And that was an important moment for me because I had made it a point to never allow anything like that to ever happen again. None of this should ever fall on one person's hand. That's why it's a collaborative, and that's probably why we kind of refer to our sort of podcasts like shows. Probably why the word collaborative or collaboration is really part of the title of that, because BodyBags is a collaboration of reviewers, and it was at the beginning, and it's never been consistently perfect all the way across 11 years. It's had its moments of struggle, but those years of struggle, those years of having great consistent seven reviewers across many weeks, and then in its last few moments, pretty consistent Monday through Friday, with the added benefit of these last shows, and even I think it was episode 300 or week 300, we invited OG reviewers on and had that special week, if you guys remember that. That was great. Matthew Cantor, and I mentioned a few names earlier, I think. All you have to do is just look at the BodyBags history of the BodyBags that I did and put on the channel. So anyways, we're about 16 minutes in. I pretty much said enough, I think. So I guess I have not said this. I know I can speak very confidently for anyone and everyone, I think, that's ever been invested in BodyBags as a reviewer, for however length of time that was. We're so thankful for the 11 years. We're so thankful for just the investment of listening, commenting, liking, and just supporting. There's no way a channel like this goes 11 years if it's not for that. It's the support, and we're so thankful. And as Christmas looms upon us, just know personally, and as I speak for the reviewers now and reviewers of Christmas past, thank you. Thank you for making BodyBags what BodyBags has been, will continue to be, I think, a benchmark in how you do something like this. So with that being said, Merry Early Christmas. This video is slated to drop on a Sunday. I'm recording it on a Sunday, so that's kind of funny, but it'll drop a couple weeks or a week or so from now, a couple weeks from now. As you see this video, then just know that the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday drop will be the last drops of a regular, consistent BodyBags review. It's, at that end, it's reached the end of the road. And aside from the every once in a while collaborative shows that we may do from time to time, really, in effect, BodyBags has reached its end. And so thank you for the awesome ride that it's been for me personally, and for the rest of us, that I know we all can say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And without dragging this out anymore, enjoy this last week of reviews, and just know how much we appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you.
This is not a dream. Not a dream. We might be useful to you.